Happy Wednesday, love beings. I'm having a very scorpionic morning. I went from tears to expressing deep emotions with some wonderful people. Thank you. I'm extremely grateful for your kindness and for the love that's in your heart. There's so many wonderful people in this world. And now it's our time to come together as a global tribe and family of love and compassion, to live by example, to live by authenticity and truth. And so it is. It's our time now. And so it is. It is time for love. It is time for this heaven on earth. But we must do some healing first. And I've been doing my healing. And in order for me to go through the healing, that's symptom, I had to shed my old self. Even the survivalist healed self from the past, I had to also shed that one to be able to do the work now. The subject that Divine Spirit is guiding me to share is very deep, so I'll be doing several videos, and I'm writing a book on it. Me Too, healing from a casting couch culture. And it opened up an entire subject about living with narcissist psychopaths, surviving relationships with them, because those are the ones who are the leaders of the world on the macro level. They're the ones who are CEOs at companies on the macro level, but they're also the ones in our lives, in relationships with us. They're the ones who are our parents in some cases. It's devastating. They're the ones who are our children in some cases. So it's a spectrum. But so the videos are going to go from how to spot what are some traits of narcissistic psychopaths. And in this particular case, my reference to narcissists are not the ones that are obvious narcissists, like the leaders of countries or the CEOs, that they just don't care. Their ego is off, and they know it best, and it's their way or the highway. These narcissists in our relationships are so skilled at what they do. They're professionals. They have mastered narcissism and psychopathic behavior where they don't get busted or exposed, because that's one of their biggest fears. So they act like the victim. They act like they are the victim to their circumstance, and they are a victim to their circumstance, but they're conscious of it, and they don't want to heal from it, but they want to feed off of givers, off of other people, in order to continue their character and personality. Just for some of them, for at least 4 of the ones I know, now they're all in my past, but the most recent ones, a son and mother, very different personalities, but they both act like the victim, and they're both extremely skilled at their behavior. So what are some of the traits? They're going after you for a reason, because I had boundary issues, because I had endured some very painful things from narcissist psychopaths in my family, where I had boundary issues, and now I have very clear boundaries. So they can't mess with people who have clear boundaries. But they will go after people who have boundary issues and who are givers, who are compassionate, which are wonderful traits. But you can't be compassionate to others before you're compassionate to yourself. You must love yourself first to be able to share that gift with others. You must be compassionate with yourself first before you're able to give that gift to others. You must do the work first before you're able to give that to others. But now it's by surrendering to the truth of who we are. So, what are some traits of psychopaths? They are pathological liars. From my experience, they usually hide their phone. They are always hiding something. Something always feels off. There's always some type of turmoil or dysfunction. They have a problem with either their boss or their job or their or people in their lives, like an ex. They always have some type of trauma and dysfunction going on and turmoil on the inside, which is true. But they take it, they use it to become the victim to their circumstance so they can feed on your energy. They can feed on your kindness and your compassion so you can save them. There is no saving a psychopath because they will always suck your energy out. They will always use you, and then they'll launch a war on you when you expose them. So, what are some other traits? Inconsistency in behavior. What they think and what they say and their actions do not add up. They will promise the world, they will sell you the most beautiful dream, but their promises don't add up. Even when they try to show you by example, they never really finish a project with you or actually go through it when it becomes serious. So in my case, it was a work project. Nothing was finalized. It's like building the beautiful dream of a home with a husband, and that never worked out. They'll never live up to it. And they'll blame it on not being ready. But it has nothing to do with not being ready. They're not being ready because their soul is not in synchronicity with their mind and their heart. They're in a space of feeding on other people's energy because they're super empty on the inside. So they say, well, I don't feel it. I don't feel what you're feeling. They don't. They don't have empathy. They're not feeling what you're feeling. So that's the reason they feed on you. And they pick their victims well. They let you know, they're always giving you what you want to hear because they have figured you out. They have studied you well. And they, if you like hiking, oh, they love hiking too. If you love nature, they love nature too. In phase 2, when they start getting comfortable and when you start seeing their real side and the rage and the emptiness inside, they don't do these activities anymore. Or when they do them, they're in conflict with it. They're not comfortable. It's off. Things are always off, in conflict. You start seeing their anger and their rage and their true self. From my experience too, they don't, they over speak. They tell you stories. They're constantly telling you stories from their past, their time of glory, how their past is way better than their current now. So they're always living in another place. They're always glorifying their childhood or their past, even when their childhood and their past is riddled with trauma from their parents, especially in this particular case. What they told me about their childhood is in complete contradiction to what I have observed about their parents and the way their parents behaved. They're control freaks. They're extremely controlling. They need to control you. They need to control every circumstance. They need to, and it's for the ones I've encountered, one was blatantly controlling, this blatant control freak. The other one, the son, was a manipulative control freak. So they're not going to be blatant about their behavior, but when you're in phase 2 of a relationship with them, when you start seeing their rage, it's not just anger. Like humans, it's normal to be angry, Things don't go your way when you wanted something, it doesn't, you're angry, and it's a normal emotion. It's a healthy emotion to have. Anger is a healthy emotion. So you're not suppressing that and internalizing it, but you're releasing it in a healthy outlet. Not with psychopaths. They have rage. They are enraged on the inside. When you question their behavior, they go into rage mode. There's so many other traits. I want to share so much more with you, but the video is getting too long. It's going to be hard to upload. I will do it in Narcissist Psychopaths Part 2. So that's coming up. So much love.